Hey guys, Adam Bartomeo here with Century 21 Birchwood, and we're talking today about tips to sell your house faster and for more. Now, I'm well known for selling houses very, very fast, and I'm able to do that because I use all the statistics that are out there that say this is what works, and I take those things and then I bring them into my properties that I'm listing, and I get the houses sold, right? As well as some other things. But today we're talking about quality photos. So why quality photos? Why do photos matter? People are going to come, they're going to come into the house, they're going to look around, they're going to see it with their own eyes. Why photos? Because 95% of people use the internet for their search. So they're taking a tour of your house without ever coming in. That's the first step that they do. 95% of them. They'll look on the internet, they'll look at the photos and they go, wow, look at that house. I want to go see that house. I'd like to live in that house. Hey, Mr. Agent, let me call you up and let you get me into that house, please, so I can take a look and make sure that these photos on here are actually what they say they are. So when we're talking about quality photos, we're really talking about two things. One, we're talking about equipment, and then two, we're talking about the layout of the house, and we'll talk about that in just a second. So the equipment you use, you can't go around just taking photos with any camera, right? Your film camera that you're going to have developed over there, Polaroid, all that kind of stuff, that's not going to work, right? Your iPhone or your Samsung or whatever you have, it's not going to cut it, right? You got to have a quality camera. Something with high megapixels, something with a great company name, a Canon 12 megapixel, that's what I use. That's what I have out there to take these fantastic photos. Not only that, but I take at least 400 photos every photo shoot for a house. So I can make sure that I have several quality photos in there that I can use and post on the internet. Just in case the light's wrong on one or this angle didn't look right. So the first thing is the equipment. The second thing is making sure the photos are nice photos, right? Do you ever look at somebody in a photo and they look like this? Well, who wants to look at that, right? You want to see somebody like this. Hey, how's it going in the photo, right? They want to see the best photos out there. You want to see this house looking the best that it possibly can. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Your first impression is the photos. So that means no dirty laundry out. That means get the dogs out of here. No cars in the driveway. That means no dirty dishes, no toilet seat up. You got to pay very close attention, and you got to use the camera so that you're maximizing the space in there as well, that you're getting everything you need to get without over getting the hallway or some other kind of fixture in the house that doesn't need to be in the photo to optimize it. So that's the first piece, is quality photos. If you have a drone and you're using photos, you're going to increase your conversion rate by 60%. That's quite a bit for having quality photos and using drone technology, aerial photos, okay? I have both. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to want to have virtual tours in there. Why? Why virtual tours? Who cares? I got the pictures. Well, 95% of people use the internet. That's the first thing. And then people want to feel like they can come into the house without coming into the house, right? I don't want to call that agent and get into that house without being certain. The virtual tour takes them around the house and they're able to see different aspects that the photos aren't able to take. Especially in the small rooms, like the small bedrooms or bathrooms, you can get a much better feel for how that house looks with virtual tours. Now, if you use a virtual tour, aerial photos, and a drone to fly throughout the house, you're going to increase your conversion by 70%. You're going to sell that property for 5.25% more, the sales price. You're going to reduce the time online, on market, by 32%. That's why I do this. This is why I'm able to sell houses for a little bit more. That's why I'm able to sell them as fast as I possibly can, right? 2 days, 9 days. Because I take all this stuff into account. I go out and purchase this kind of stuff. So why don't most agents do it? They don't do it because they don't want to lay out the money. We don't get paid until we sell the property. Well, if I'm not selling the property, I don't want to lay out any money. Well, I want to sell the property, so I'm going to lay out the money for you. And I'm going to take that risk and say, okay, if I don't get it done, I eat it. I don't get paid, right? So let me do all this kind of stuff. And by the way, there has not been not one house that I've listed that I haven't sold yet. Not one. None. Because I utilize all this kind of stuff, all this kind of technology, and all the facts and figures that say, hey, if you do this, it's going to sell. If you do this, it's going to increase your odds, increase your odds, increase your odds. My odds are 100% right now, right? So this has been another tip for you. Follow me on YouTube. You're going to learn a lot from me and how to sell houses. Not only that, but go ahead and like my page on Facebook. You're going to learn a lot on there as well. I have a lot of tips and a lot of things that are going on in the market. All right? You guys have a great day. Thanks a lot.